Today is truly an iconic day and one that will resonate for you with years to come. Go ahead and come at ease. Relax for a moment. I urge each of you to take a moment now and think about what it is that drives you to stand with us today. It could be a family member that served, a mentor that's guided you, or perhaps a movie that resonated with you. Whatever it is that brings you to stand with us today, remember it and hold on to it. Because throughout your career, you will face trials and tribulations that challenge you, and some days maybe even make you question your sanity. But if you can remember this moment right now, not only will you get through those hard days, but I promise you will have a successful career. Today you gain a new family, one grander and bolder than anything you could have ever imagined. From this moment forward, you will never be alone again. You will always have somebody there to support you, guide you, and give you strength when you need it. Conversely, you will be called to provide those same things to those you serve with. Nobody demonstrates this more than Danny Dietz Jr. His accommodation is on the wall across from this room, and if you have the opportunity, I encourage you to take the time and read it. He stood in this same room and took the very same oath that you are about to take. When called to Afghanistan, he went and served alongside his brothers and sisters in arms. While on a mission there, he ended up getting hit 4 times and lost the use of his legs. But he didn't stop. His teammates picked him up and carried him for the rest of the mission. While being carried, he continued to provide cover fire, comm support, and was the rallying factor for his team. Let that image set in for a moment. The man being carried is the one motivating and encouraging the team. He ended up giving the ultimate sacrifice that day, but his perseverance and dedication is a lesson that we can all learn from. Because there will be days where you feel like your legs are cut out from underneath of you. You have no idea how you're going to finish, let alone come back for the next day. Well, that's the job of the person next to you, to pick you up, dust you off, and ensure the mission gets completed. But when you find yourself being the one carried, you don't give up. You continue to push. You give everything you have, and you find a way to help your team. Because they are depending on you, and it is what we expect of you. In return, we promise to be there for you. If it's a hard day at work, we're there alongside of you. If at the end of that day you need a shoulder to cry on, we're there with you. If you find yourself back against the wall, nowhere to turn, in an awkward situation, and it requires the entire might of the United States military to come to bear, we will be there for you. Because that is what it means to be part of this family. Thick or thin, no matter where you are or what situation you're in, you will always have somebody to count on, and somebody will always be looking out for you. With that, please come back to the position of attention. 3 questions that I have to ask each of you. Have you read and do you understand the Department of Defense separation policy and the restrictions on personal conduct within the armed forces?
Yes, sir.
Have each of you read and do you understand the Uniform Code of Military Justice, Articles 83, 85, and 86?
Yes, sir.
At this time, is there any individual who has any apprehension or questions about taking their oath?
No, sir.
All right. I use the word swear. If you prefer, you may replace it with the word affirm. Also, at the end of the oath, I say so help me God. If you'd rather, you may abstain from that line. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Nicholas Joyce Williams,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders of
and I will obey the orders of
the President of the United States
the President of the United States
and the orders of
and the orders of
the officers appointed over me,
the officers appointed over me,
according to the regulations
according to the regulations
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Go ahead and relax. At this time, I always like to acknowledge those friends and family that have come to support you. Because without your support, guidance, and influence, these young individuals would not be here today, and that would be our loss. Today you gain a new family, but it is our opportunity to grow closer to yours. Realize that the United States military has not always been so fortunate to have this support and trust. As you go out into the world, people will thank you for your service. Meals will be purchased for you and drinks passed in your honor. Recognize, though, that this is a privilege we have fought for and earned. From this moment forward, you no longer just represent those in this room, but you represent every person who has ever worn that uniform before you. Be cognizant of your actions, the words you speak, and the general demeanor in which you carry yourself. Give the uniform that you will don the respect and dignity that it commands. Again, welcome to each and every one of you. It is truly an honor to have you among us. Be smart, but enjoy the career path you've chosen. And above all else, if you will all join me in congratulating these individuals. Take a moment now, spend time with those that have come to support you. Get those pictures in the iconic ceremony room. When you've finished, pass through this door right here and we'll draw up your contract. Best wishes to you on your departure.